good, productive people? Zeemzilla here. And firstly, before we get started, I just want to wish everyone a happy New Year's. So yeah, in today's video, we're going to be discussing how to maintain and develop an optimistic mindset. Now, the reason why you want to do this is because that mindset will keep you going whenever times get rough, or when you're not feeling so sure of yourself. So remaining optimistic will literally force your brain to keep moving on. One of the main ways to maintain an optimistic mindset is to control your thoughts. Now, thoughts can be very impulsive and we often can't control our thoughts. However, you can control the type of thoughts you have. So, I offer the concept of hire Mr. Triumph and fire Mr. Defeat. So, what does this mean? So, Mr. Triumph, those are the thoughts that are telling you that you are capable of completing tasks, Those are the thoughts that empower you to take action and to do things, You're pretty comfortable doing things that you know that you can do. So that's Mr. Triumph. Mr. Defeat, on the other hand, that's the thoughts telling you that you can't accomplish things. That's the thoughts that's telling you, oh, you don't know anything about this, don't try this. So yeah, what you want to do is you want to subscribe to Mr. Triumph, not Mr. Defeat, because Mr. Triumph is the guy that's going to produce positive thoughts that empower you to take action and accomplish more in your life. So yeah, so step one is to hire Mr. Triumph, aka only subscribe to positive thoughts versus negative thoughts, aka Mr. Defeat. Negative thoughts can be detrimental to not only your health but your development as a person. Listening to Mr. Defeat will have you not try anything new in life. You'll remain stagnant and you'll remain comfortable in your comfort zone, and you won't undergo any personal growth. So an example of negative thoughts taking over is just your wording, how you talk to yourself. If you say to yourself, I can't do this, that's already a mistake. Instead of saying that you can't do something, I challenge you to, instead of thinking of a way that you can. So let me reword this. Instead of going, oh, I can't accomplish that, instead think, how can I accomplish that? See, now there's a difference. The first one is Mr. Defeat talking. He's telling you oh, I can't accomplish this. The second one is Mr. Triumph talking, how can I accomplish this goal? So little differences like that, little subtle differences, such as the ones that I just went over, affect the way that you think and carry on about your life. One of the main things that perturbs people from developing an optimistic mindset is fear. Fear is the big elephant in the room. People are afraid of trying things. People are afraid of trying things new. They're afraid of putting themselves out there. Well, I have a cure for fear, guys. If you want to cure your fear, then you have to take action. Action is what cures fear. The more you expose yourself to the thing that you're afraid of, the less likely you are to be afraid of that thing. So you need to expose yourself to those type of things, because once you understand something, you no longer have a reason to fear it. So that's where the superpower comes in. That's the optimistic mindset right there. So humans, typically we fear the things that we don't understand, so that being said right there, if you don't understand something, you're automatically afraid of it. This is backwards thinking. That's a pessimistic mindset. That's Mr. Defeat talking. You want to challenge yourself consistently to face your fears, and it all starts with how you think. If you tell yourself that you can't do something, you're not going to be able to do it. But if you tell yourself, hey, I'm a pretty capable person, I'm capable of learning how to do something, that's Mr. Triumph speaking. That's telling you, okay, I can set out to accomplish any goal that I put my mind to. Another important component of developing an optimistic mindset is your attitude. Your attitude defines everything, you know? If you develop the attitude of, okay, I'm gonna be a positive, optimistic person, you have no choice but to act that way, you know? Versus if you had the attitude of, oh, this is hard, I don't know how to do this, blah, blah, blah. Once you, so that language right there, that whole trail of thought, you talking to yourself, telling yourself, oh, I don't know what this is, this looks hard, I can't do this, blah, blah, blah. That's Mr. Defeat talking again. When you start talking like this, you actually start to believe yourself. You think that you are not capable of accomplishing anything. But the truth is, you are capable of accomplishing anything that you put your mind to. That's why attitude is very important. So guys, you need to develop the attitude that you are a capable person, that you are capable of accomplishing things. It all starts with the way that you talk to yourself internally in your head. If you're having bad thoughts, those thoughts are going to control the way that you live your life. If you're consistently telling yourself that you're not capable of doing certain things, you know, you literally box yourself in and you prevent yourself from undergoing any personal growth. However, if instead you grew an optimistic mindset, you would be able to tell yourself that you are capable of doing more, you know. You would be more like equipped to facing your fears, you know, aka the unknown. Because like I said like earlier, people are afraid of what they don't understand. But with an optimistic mindset, you're able to confront those things that you don't understand and you're able to learn about them. Also, another good thing is developing the attitude that you are important. You know, every human being, you know, human beings, so we all start out with a clean slate, you know, no one's above another person. It's all about how you spend your time. So if you spend your time learning about habits that make you better, you know, that'll make you a better person. Like it sounds so simple, yet like, you know, it's a lot of people don't grasp this concept. If you tell yourself that you're not capable of doing something, you are going to end up not being able to do that thing. Versus if you develop the attitude of, okay, I'm a good person, I'm capable of doing anything I set my mind to. That's all you need right there. All you need to do is to tell yourself that you are capable of doing anything that you put your mind to, guys. It's that simple. That's how you develop an optimistic mindset. You develop an optimistic mindset by telling yourself that you are capable of learning anything that you're willing to invest your time and your attention to. Again, it's all about the language and, you know, how your thought process works. If you're initially coming across something and you go, you know, screw this, I'm not even going to attempt this, Mr. Defeat talking again, guess what? You won't make any progress. However, if you come across something and you go, I wonder if I could learn about this, you know, I wonder if I can become competent at doing this particular thing. That's Mr. Triumph talking, guys. So make sure to hire Mr. Triumph and fire Mr. Defeat. Develop the attitude that you are important and competent enough to do any task that is set before you. What it all truly boils down to is you believing that you are capable of doing anything that you set your mind to, because guys, that is the truth. You know, if you believe that you can do something, guess what? You can do it. You just have to learn, one, how to do it, and two, how to get better at doing it. You know, anyone that's successful was not successful at the start. They started by building the building blocks to become successful. So by taking one step at a time, you know, you're able to become the person that you desire to be. And the only way that you're going to get there is by developing an optimistic mindset and believing in yourself. There is no reason for a pessimistic mindset, guys. You know, there are some things that you can't control in life, but at the same time, if you think negatively, you will become a you'll become your own worst enemy if you don't believe in yourself. If you don't believe in yourself, then you will be the thing that's holding you back. And this is the worst case scenario, you know. If you subscribe to Mr. Defeat for too long, then you literally will develop a victim mindset, you know. You'll think like, oh, I can't do anything, you know, I'm not capable of doing anything, blah, blah, blah. You know, that's you do not want to be in that boat, guys, because that's a very dark place. But yeah, that's pretty much it, guys. To develop an optimistic mindset, you need to control your thought patterns. You need to remain optimistic. It's all about your wording. Again, you know, don't tell yourself that you can't do things. Instead, think of how you can. And once you find out how you can, you know, take action upon that, because action cures fear. Fear is what gives Mr. Defeat his power, you know. So if you can eliminate fear, you can eliminate Mr. Defeat, hire Mr. Triumph, and develop that optimistic mindset. So yeah, that's all I got for today. If you found any sort of value from this video, please leave a like and subscribe. It's 2020, guys. You know, we got a long year ahead of us of growth and self-development. So yeah, I'm Zeemzilla, and I'm out. Peace.